fishing, it's in my soul.
Welcome to the Salt Strong Podcast, disrupting fishing entertainment as you know it. Prepare to laugh. Prepare to get to know fishing legends in a whole new and unfiltered way. And on occasion, you might even learn a thing or two about fishing. Here's your host, Joe Simons. Like diamonds.
What's up, Salt Strong Nation? Joe Simons, like diamonds. Lukey
and Luke Simons.
We're here doing a little flats fishing. Dr. Juice just filmed a pretty crazy ad, if you will, a commercial. We were just talking about the juice and we kept catching monster trout. Like, let's do a podcast here and show exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, let's spray. Give me like a new leprechaun on. Let's
watch your hand there. I guess worst case it gets a little bit on you.
Yeah, so this is our new scent with the spray applicator, and this juice has been really impressive.
Juice is loose. 2 sprays and you're done.
And so what we've been doing is just getting these. These are scented lures, right? These lures actually come with some scent, and we're just adding to it.
Let's see, Cody. Look down here real quick. Just watch. This will be my first dip, and you can just see. And obviously, this is all completely fine for the environment. You see it's just like the trails you see. Look at that. Pop. Can you see it over there on the left? Right over there. I don't know if the water's picking it up or not. But this is an absolute beautiful, like a chum slick. Just like you see in Louisiana when you're going after all the menhaden and stuff out there, the oil on top, it just flat out works. So yeah, we're just making some long casts, trying to be, quiet.
As quiet as we can in this big boat. We got a 24-foot boat up in the shallows. This water's clear. This is not an advantage for this type of boat with a tower. So we're having to use, everything to our advantage possible. We have light line. We're casting with the wind. And we've got some lures that are just putting off some serious scent, and that's really how we're going to make it happen.
Yep. And some vibration. So I've got the Slam Shady 2.0. Luke has a leprechaun on. I'm going to go over your head here, do a long bomb. And I've got I think we both have the owner twist lock 1/8.
Yep. Owner twist lock 3/0 hook size with the 1/8 ounce weight.
Oh, I just got a bump there.
It's a really good.
Could have been a mullet though. Oh,
really
there it is.
Bumpers. Nice.
There it is. Oh, he's taking off. Nice. This is a nice fish, dude.
Probably a big trout.
This is a nice one.
Coming right to us.
Coming right to us.
Solid
yeah,
trout.
Baby.
There's a nice little trademark head shake.
Yep. Oh, that's a solid one. Slam Shady on the board. The juice is officially loose.
Yeah, you know it's a good trout when you hear that drag screaming.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can do a better job than Luke did on the last landing. Of course, you got a bigger trout as well. and I'm going to bomb it as well.
Not as easy as it looks, is it?
Not one-handed, it's not.
If I were nice, I'd help you out, but I'm not. But you were just talking about
that's
trash.
A beaut. So I'm going to do the same rule we did. And this is a 19-inch net. The thing barely fit in there, so it's probably right around the 20 range. And Luke just filmed the tip talking about how to safely release these bigger trout. These are sensitive fish, and there's just no real reason to try to pull them out of the boat.
It looks like your lure's out too, so
right away. So the lure is out, so I can just let this guy go. I don't need to get a picture of him. So we'll let him. He'll let him go. So my lure is out. Watch this, Cody. Whoa, he's definitely got life in him. And I'm just gonna. This is definitely bigger than 20 because he won't fit. He won't get out. There we go. Swims off. So you don't even have to get him in the boat. And you see, he just darted off there. That was an easy release. Now, obviously, if you want to get a picture, I don't blame you. And the best thing to do, and another reason you put the net down in the water like that, is let them revive. Let your buddy, or if you're by yourself, you can slowly move over and get your camera ready, and then pull it out real quick, get a pic, and release them. Just one of the easiest ways to make sure we keep these bigger trout in production. Our buddy Dave Flad, who created those Ice Strike lures, he's got that release over 20. I think it's just a phenomenal idea, because you remember the stats on the amount of eggs because all trout 20 inches like that and above are female, like 99.9% of them. And so they're the ones creating all the new babies. And if we take all of these big breeders out, you can only guess what's going to happen long term. So I think it's just a fantastic idea and organization.
Yeah, and they're the ones that are most fragile too. They're really, they're the ones we need to protect. We need to protect the most. Let's see what we got here. Another trout. This wasn't quite as big. Yeah, those bigger trout are the ones we need to protect the most. And and to do the most benefit when we do protect them. So it's a no-brainer. We should always release those bigger trout, and just take as good a care as we possibly can. And a video that we actually just filmed was about nets too, the type of net. So if you are using a net, make sure to use one that has small holes. If you can fit 2 fingers in it, it's too big, and it needs to be rubberized. If either of those is not a yes, then just don't use the net. Just grab it with your hands. In this case, we have both. All right, get that trout in there. This is a little guy.
Hey, the juice is still loose.
Juice is still loose, yeah.
You guys, if you haven't picked up your Dr. Juice scent yet, what are you waiting on? This stuff flat out just gives you an advantage. It works.
So this is just a little fella here. Get this guy off. Put him back down in there. And he's good to go. Let him or her grow up and make a lot more trout for us. But yeah, this is again a key thing when you get up on these flats is just to have some good lures, have the right type of tackle so you can just cast as far as possible, and that'll significantly increase your odds.
Yeah, so what I'm using is the Slam Shady 2.0. I have 30-pound mono on, and I probably should have gone a little bit lower, but that's what we're using earlier. And still, hey, guess who's got the biggest fish of this podcast so far?
Yeah, with the water this clear, the fact that the sun's up, that we have bright skies, we have clear water. For that reason, I went down to 20-pound mono, but clearly both of them work.
Both, and so you've got the new, that's the brand new Bull Bay, the custom salt shrunk Bull Bay rod, 7.6. I've got the TFO, one of my all-time faves, and 7.6 as well. And of course, I have the Daiwa Exist, and you got the Fuego. The Exist.
Ooh,
get another hit there. Ooh, good brother will always go right behind where you were.
Yeah,
Where were you?
I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, that's another good tip right there. You're fishing with somebody and you miss one, you don't have to necessarily tell them. Unless you're just dying to brag that you missed a fish, all of a sudden your buddy is throwing right behind you.
Yeah, especially with my buddy John once, and I was using topwater and he was using a spoon, and we were down in Marco having a really good snook bite. I was throwing the spook up against the mangroves, and they were popping it, but they just kept missing it, and he would throw that spoon, that subsurface spoon, and they would hit his every time. So he literally caught about 6 of my fish, and was laughing the entire time. That was years ago, and I still remember it.
Had a hit there.
But
I just did the.
Oh, yeah, now I know where you are.
I was really just telling our listeners, our viewers.
Thought I saw a trout there. That might be a fish.
Let's see if we can get him. Let's talk about where we are. We're in Tampa Bay area. Obviously, our insiders will do a report and show you exactly where we are. But you can see we have all the right structure we're looking for. We got the beautiful potholes here. Hopefully you can see them, Cody. If you just look out here, you can see that sandy looking, not sandy.
Just camo pattern.
Camo pattern. I was looking for salt and pepper. That's what I was looking for. Who's over the nest?
Not a good description.
Samsonite? Simpson? Swanson? And then we got, Cody, you can see that little mangrove over there by itself with the oysters. We got oysters. We got birds. Of course, it's a duck, but still quacktastic. We got mullet jumping over here. We literally have everything you possibly would want. And we were in a spot earlier that we would have thought would have been good based on the trends that we share with our insider members, and it wasn't. And so within a few minutes, we realized, hey, we're not seeing any of the things we need to see, like birds, bait, and boils. And even though we had enough structure nearby, we ended up bolting. And we came here to film that Dr. Juice video, and she's doggone. I mean, 2 monster trout. And I had caught one off camera right beforehand. And now we're staying. And now we're just silently. Oh, Luke's on.
That's a smaller one, but it's decent size.
Oh, I'm on too. Double. Oh, it's coming to me.
Double.
Oh, I just missed him.
All right, so we're in them now. Yeah. And so,
all right, let me get back out there and see if I can double up. This is a nice fish, dude.
This one's bigger than my first one, but I think yours is the winner.
Oh man, that was a nice one I had on me. He was coming right to us.
And so another good thing about just having a powerful winter boat with a power pull with the remote, it's very handy. So I'd had it on there, I clicked the button twice, it automatically goes down until it hits the ground, which is very, very handy. Again, we want to release this guy, get him in this net, rubber coated net, and whoa, he doesn't want to go in there.
We have to do a whole video on how to net a fish.
Yeah. We're gonna have a how not to in this video for sure. So this was in there. Let him recoup a little bit. Right now he or she is at its actually the hook just came out, so we'll just let it go. There.
Dave Fladd's smiling at us right now.
Yep, fish
releasing
is
all
gone.
these beautiful fish.
We had our fun. In my opinion, that thump. When you feel that thump, that's just the most exciting part of the fish. You feel that thump, and then you set the hook, and your rod bends down. That's my favorite part as far as picking them up and holding them. Unless I don't have to, I won't. So that was fun. Let's see if we can do that again.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I missed that one.
Yeah, so we'll just stay right here for a little bit. This is really finesse fishing. These fish are not active. This is actually a windy day. It doesn't look very windy, but we're behind an island that's protecting the wind. And so these fish up front have just come through. This water's a little bit on the cold side, and these fish are not going to be not very active. They're not chasing down our lures. We basically have to get a cast right in front of their face, and hope that one gets fooled by the look of the lure and that scent of what it smells.
I don't know, Luke, if you've had the same experience, but I just saw it there. We had it earlier with a big trout on, where some of these larger trout start coming right to you. And I don't know if they instinctively know versus going away and keeping that hook tight in their mouth. But same with Peter Deeks when we were going after those monster 26, 27-inch trout. A lot of them are just coming straight to the boat, and it's a great way to lose a fish. So you have to be just quick. And there's many times I've even had like, man, it's off, and you just got to keep reeling as fast as you can and make sure you got some tension there, because these hooks, I mean, you've seen it both times, pop right on out, right in the net. The second there wasn't any real tension on there.
Yeah, their mouths are real fragile. Oh, there you are.
Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. Oh, yeah. And see, for a second there, I thought he was off because coming right at the boat.
Yeah, they usually start fighting the hardest when they get about 20 feet away. So he might start pulling out low drag. That's a nice one.
Yeah, buddy. Still think that first one's the best.
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good one.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. You see him down there, Cody?
He's laughing at you.
Oh.
Right in your face.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that was easily over 20 inches.
Release over 20. Hashtag release over 20. You're welcome, Dave Fladd. That's how you do it. Don't even get them in a net. But you're right, dude. The fun part is just that thump.
Yeah,
I mean,
nothing beats the thump.
Man,
nothing.
These big 20-inch trout, they just nail it.
And that's why I like saltwater fishing. I grew up bass fishing, and I still love bass fishing. I still do. But when you feel that bite from the bass, it's pretty much a 90+% chance it's going to be a bass. Here, you just never know. Could be.
Ooh, look at all the mullet over there, dude.
Could be as small as like a 6-inch trout, and it could be a 6-foot tarpon. Now, you just never know. It's just always keeps you guessing, and it's just, I don't know, that's the ultimate in my
All right,
book.
guys, when you see a school mullet, pop, look at that. Oh, what is going on?
right.
I need to get a new owner twist lock
When
hook
you see
on.
your brother hook into one, a good one, cast right where he was.
That was a solid fish, man. Dang, that's 2.
Oh, I just had something.
Yeah, there it is. Cast right in the. I literally cast right in the middle of those mullet. I'm gonna do a little sneak attack around Luke here. See if we can get another one. If you guys are listening and not watching, we're in just a couple feet of water. Slam shady. Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
Better check your hook, man. That's 2.
Seriously, no, that's 3. Jeez.
All right,
What happens when you catch so many big fish? You start bending your hook up.
I'll go play. You're not. Trout's not going to be bending your hook.
I'm
That
telling you.
might have been that mangrove you hooked into.
We promised not to talk about that earlier. That was.
I think
Dang,
you spooked that one off. It felt you.
Yeah, that was a legit trout. Normally they suck that thing down. I don't know if I'm just getting a. Luke's trying to pop my line to see if I'll set the hook. I'm trigger happy now. It was right. Anyhow, if you're listening, we had the school of mullet, and I don't know if you can look over here, Cody. And we're right in the middle of these potholes where you see that sandy little white spots and the black. Salt and pepper. Man, the Dr. Juice, I'm telling you, these big trout, I mean, Slam Shady's almost an unfair advantage. Now, that's a nice one there, dude. That's a nice trout.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Dr. Juice is loose. Oh. Dang. Look at him. He's coming right to the boat. Now he knows he's hooked. Oh, help me get the net, Luke. Help a brother out this time.
Yeah, we'll let him, he's still fighting. Just let him.
Help a brother out. I want to get him in. Lost 3 now. Dang, that's a nice one. All right. See, it helps to have a partner. You can go right in.
All right, now
And then we're going to let him breathe.
Yes, get him in the net, give him slack, and now let him recoup. And he is going to be, he or she, that's probably actually a she. This is pushing 20 as well.
Yep.
Probably over 20.
And you're going to open up the bail.
Yep, open up the bail just so you don't bust your rod or anything bad. All right, worst case.
Like, yeah.
So worst case situation that could happen now is the trout actually gets out, the hook's still in there, and if Joe can't grab his rod quick enough, it's just going to pull line out. It's not going to pull his
And I
actual
quite
rod.
honestly don't want this beautiful reel going in the water.
Yep. All right,
Dio exist.
ready to rock?
Yeah, you want to get a quick pick or what do you want to do?
All right, well, you hold the net and I'll get the camera ready.
Okay.
Yeah, now's the time to have all your camera stuff ready. Let that fish recoup. It's healthy. It's in good shape.
All right, so camera's like literally ready. This is the best way to do it. It's actually on, ready to go. So the lighting, I want to be faced this way. The Slam Shady's still in his mouth, right? So we'll show you guys how we do it here on the boat.
Hold the net. I'm gonna switch spots. So I'm gonna get back over here.
But you want to be up there in the front, because right?
Okay, I'm getting right over here.
There we go. You ready? Oh man, look at that. That is a beautiful trout. Try to get him out as quick as possible. Whoa. Oh, that's not how to do it. All right. Sometimes, guys, you just gotta do it. We're not gonna take a picture now.
Okay, just put it in the net and we'll pretend that didn't happen.
No, I got him. He's already off.
All right, he's off. He's off. Joe fumbled.
Big fumble. So what happens when you got a 19-inch net and a 20.5-inch trout? But you know what? At least I got him in the boat this time. But that's why we do these live podcasts. You guys get to see exactly what happens. And at least we got him out safe. Did want to get a pic of that bad boy. To rub it in Luke's face. You guys are watching. Don't do what I just did. Although I don't know what I could have done really differently besides have less water on my hands. Oh man, now I got tangles in my, oh, you gotta be kidding me. My day get any worse, Cody? We'll do the old chapstick trick. You guys try that one? So I got fish slime, salt water, and I'll get some chapstick. So the trick is, I'll give credit to my old friend Captain C. Richardson. We're out there and he gets nasty bird nest, that guy. I'm giving him a hard time. We love CA, but we were fishing with just load that chapstick on there, and that gives it a little bit extra, and you just start pulling it. And of course, it doesn't work when I'm doing it. Oh, there it is. Boom. You pull it loose like that. But we were fishing with bait casters, and he got a nasty bird's nest, which happens. He pulls out his chapstick, basically just cakes it on there, and you saw, I mean, it definitely pulled out. Beautiful way to get it in braid. All right, Luke, redemption time, dude. So far, if you guys are listening, and anyone helping me count, of course I say that. Dang it, Luke catches another one.
Let's see what we have here.
Gonna say Slam Shady.
It's a solid one.
Oh, I hear the head shake. You guys listening can probably hear the head shake. Need some help with the net?
No, I got him.
I've proven to be very handy
Yeah,
over there with
I don't
nets.
want you touching my trout.
But guys, isn't this awesome? Like, this is so much fun. Just sitting here right on the flats. Dude, that's a beaut right there, dude. That's another one. I mean, not fitting in a 19-inch net.
Let them kind of get, usually they'll start calming down once they realize they're taken. All right, there we are, he's calm. All right, hooks out, solid trout for the camera. Let this guy go. And he's good to go. I'm good to go too. Now I can get back another cast before Joe tries to catch more than me.
Yeah, so now we're getting kind of towards the edge of this area we've been fishing. We'll see if they're still here and a little bit deeper. But it's crazy here. I mean, it was cold this morning. Obviously, Luke's got his shorts on now, but it was chilly this morning when I left. Now sun's out, water's heating up, especially some of these areas with just a couple feet of water, man, it's wild how shallow these trout will get. And on a clear day, remember when we got out here, Luke, I mean, you could see everything. We could see that very first school.
Yeah, and this is seasonal. So this is and we've been talking about this in the weekly game plans that we do every week for Insider Club members. And so this is kind of one of those things, just take advantage of while we can. It's a whole lot of fun. These big trout, it really feels like catching redfish. They're just so much stronger.
Yeah.
A lot of them are pulling out drag. And we probably have just a little bit longer to have fun
until they go where?
They'll just spread out. A lot of them will go out deeper. And just right now, they get probably in around their spawning time, and they're kind of just get in big groups. And so as soon as you find a group, like what we've done today, you can really get after them.
Yep. I think now we're getting a little bit off that area, but we've got this oyster bar up here, so I'm betting there's still going to be some around here. Maybe not as many as back in that spot back there. Yeah, once you find them, I know. Oh my goodness! Oh, he's back on it. Dude, that thing is just hungry. Multiple. That thing is just hungry for it.
Cast right back there. There's probably more. Usually, once you get a hook in them, once the rod bends real far down, I don't know. Sometimes they do come back.
Yeah, there might be a little school of them in there.
But trout, yeah, there we are. Yeah, there's a bunch of them out there. Let's see if we can double up. Yeah, in many cases, if you do miss a fish with a trout with live bait, they'll almost always come back and get it.
You gotta be kidding me!
But as soon as that trout is actually hooked,
fighting like that,
in many cases it'll spook them. But if you just feel that thump and pull and miss, just slow down, and they'll almost always track it down again. But once the rod's keeled over,
golly, they're eating that slam shit. I'm telling you, that Dr. Juice, dude, is fooling them every time.
Yeah, and this is just an example that you don't have to have a perfect lure. Dang, nice.
That feels like, oh, that's still trout.
You don't have to have like a perfect lure, a perfect color. Like we couldn't really be using a more polar opposite situation. Like really the only thing that we have of the same is the scent. Because I have a green lure, Joe's is white. Mine has a split tail, Joe's has a paddle tail.
A little bit smaller one. I'm not used to catching these little 18 inchers. This is the one I kind of want to come off. And of course, you know, he's on. He be on. Oh, make sure my Dr. Juice doesn't fall out. Leave him in the water a little bit longer. The Dr. Juice, there it is, the saltwater slam. Get my hand in. Get this guy out off of here. Oh, come on, baby. Of course, this is the time I should have used the net. The one
I just missed a good one.
Sticks like crazy. Oh, gone.
Oh, got him.
Are you kidding me?
All right, this is a solid one.
Is it?
Yeah. He is not happy. So that was the case. That was just what I talked about, where I felt a thump, and missed it, but I didn't. My rod never bent over. I didn't actually hook it. Whoa. So I just kept retrieve, and this guy came up and hit the second time. That's a solid one.
Check this out, Code. I'm putting some more Dr. Juice on. This is still the same slam shady that we've been catching. I don't know now, 7 or 8 trout for this little spot. I know it hasn't been that many on film.
Around my line.
It's all gone. I'm just having a tough day over here by the. Of course, now my hook wants to hold on to something.
I got fishing with Bad News Bears today.
Yeah, Bad News Bears catching all the big fish. Jeez.
All right, let's check this guy
like
out.
Getting mad at the kid at can't catch a grounder, but he's hitting home runs every cast.
Right.
That's a beaut.
It's a solid one. Yeah, these things they are just beautiful fish. I absolutely love these things. Let this guy go. He was barely hooked.
Mm-hmm. That is solid fish. Look at those little teeth up there. Little canines.
Double canines.
That's cool. All right. I'm going to get back out there. Luke's now trying to get in my way. See if we can't do this again. Got some new juice, some mullet. I don't know if you guys can see those boils right there, right where I cast. I wouldn't be surprised if I got a strike. There's a lot of mullet here on this flat. That's what you want to see, life. And these bigger trout, it is crazy. Oh, right there at the boat. Oh, that's a nice one.
That is a solid fish.
That's a nice one. Oh yeah, right there in the middle of that school of mullet.
Let him wear itself
It's
out a little bit.
crazy how big of baits and mullets, live mullet, these things will eat. I mean, it is absolutely nuts. And that's a nice one. All right, Luke, now, hey, Redemption, you still got my phone?
No, it's the back.
Ah, you gotta be kidding me.
All right, I'll help you out.
I wanted to get one picture. Man, he's still got some life in him. Still got some life in him. There it is. All right, so we'll let him recover.
Yeah,
Open my bail up,
give me some time
just in case. Whew. Cody, it's wearing me out, man. I'm used to catching all these big fish back to 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 back. What was that? That was the first cast after the juice.
Let's do a face ID thing.
Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna let everyone know my passcode on film here.
All right, let me just pull mine out. Yeah, just tell everybody your passcode.
See, this thing, man, he's got a ton of life.
Sure, just tell everybody your passcode. Nobody listens this long into the podcast. We'll just,
yeah, it's true.
Just tell everybody your passcode.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's simple. What's your passcode? Passcode. All right, you ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Let's do this.
So I'm gonna get him out here.
That's a solid fish, man.
Yeah, it is, baby. Come on.
Hold them good and just keep them right over the net or over the side of the boat.
I am not gonna let him drop this time. All right. 1, 2.
Oh, yeah.
3.
All right.
All right,
Picks are
cool.
gone.
I'm just gonna get this out. I got him here.
All right, so
buddy.
So that's it. That's really the case. You just want to just get everything set. That was a quick pick. Joe's gonna get that bad boy back in the water, and I can now have some time where he's not in my way, and hopefully
Let's go, buddy.
catch an even bigger one.
Release over 20.
That's a solid fish.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Get
So
him
they're
back
nice
in
and
the
dark.
water.
These trout have been hanging in this grass for a while. You can see they have really dark backs. You can actually just look at the fish and see where they've been holding. If it was out on the beach or sitting in potholes, it'd be whiter. And pretty much all these, oh man, I just missed one. Pretty much all these fish have been nice and dark. So they're just kind of scattered out here in this grass.
I finally had a pretty good cut in the Slam Shady. I don't know if you can see it there, but finally got a nice little rip in it. But I'm gonna give it one more.
I think it earned its keep.
Yeah, I mean, when you got that many 18 to 20 inch trout on one, the juice is loose, the juice is just keeping it going. Man, so much fun. It's a fun day. I mean, these are some nice trout, dude.
Yeah, I think we're out of the, as I said that, I just got a bite. I think that was just a pinfish. I think we're out of the main bite. That was fun. We caught our fair share. Yep, I got puffered.
You did?
Yeah.
That might have been what just hit me too.
Yeah, so those puffer fish, that's the one thing, that's one of my worst enemies of the puffer fish. They hang around the seagrass a lot too, and no matter what soft plastic you have, they'll just bite it in half. I don't know how they do it, but even like Z-Man material, they'll bite through anything. And so if you ever see like a clean break like that, probably a puffer. The pinfish will just grab like little small nicks at a time. Those puffers come up and just annihilate it. But always fun.
Something's following me here. But yeah, we'll close it out because we're drifting off this area. But guys, if you haven't joined us in the club already, do it. We're actually going to show exactly where we are. But most importantly, every week we're going out and fishing new areas and talking about the why, right? The trends. Why was the spot so productive during this day, during this tide cycle with these specific lures? I mean, that's the critical stuff, right? Because people can give you a GPS spot all day long, but if they don't tell you why it worked, like this spot will not work for these kind of trout in 40 days from now, guaranteed. Maybe 20, it could still be producing, but in 40 days from now, this will not be a good spot for these nice trout. And you gotta know the why, and that's what we focus on every single day, week in and week out in our Insider Club.
Yeah, it's all about, it's the type of spot based on condition. Because when you know the type of spot and the conditions on why it's good, then you can find a million spots on your own. And it's way more enjoyable to find your spot on your own. Like nobody wants to just go with places that somebody told them. So that's the big part about the club, is just focusing on the feeding trends based on the weather and then based on the tides and just the latest feeding habits. So we do it every single week. And it's at least in my opinion, by far the best way to get dialed in, to get truly dialed into what's happening.
And now we have a handful of coaches. So this what you're watching and listening to now is the public podcast. We do the same thing every week privately for our members and show exactly where we launched, where we were, where we missed fish. We literally show all the highlights of everything. But most importantly, focus on the trend. So there's 3 parts to our private insider club. That the one that now I think we're at 22,000 members as we're recording this. Just hit 22,000 members from Texas to Florida to really Virginia and everywhere in between. So number 1 is that premium content, the stuff you can't find out there on YouTube, stuff you can't find anywhere else. It's the real time, on demand, what's working right now in your area. And we have now 5 different fishing coaches who are going out every week in their areas, from Texas to both coast of Florida, North Carolina, and actually fishing spots and showing you what's working that week. And now we're doing live, live coaching, essentially, I guess is the right term for it, where every Thursday, right before the weekend gets going, we get on a Zoom call with our members, and you can ask whatever questions you want. Hey, Joe, Luke, Wyatt, Tony, Austin, Justin, I'm fishing here this weekend. Where do you guys think I should focus on? We'll get right on a satellite map and just dial it in for you, saving you tons of time. Hopefully years and years of time. So it's that premium content on how to go out there and catch more fish. Then we have the discounts, which, everything from Dr. Juice to Slam Shady to Alabama Leprechaun to rods, reels, now even some custom stuff that only members can get. And it's 20% off or more pretty much across the board on everything. And then the community. Talk about that, because that's one of the hidden gems that we didn't even anticipate how powerful that was going to be, just that network of anglers helping anglers.
Yeah, my personal favorite part. So it's basically like a Facebook group on steroids, where it's a place where all of us post our reports. We share way more helpful information than any Facebook post would be, because it's private only.
No cursing,
there's no politics,
negativity.
There's just none of that stuff that we just hate seeing on social media. It's all about fishing, and more importantly, it's all about anglers who are just willing and able to help other anglers, because it's all a give-take. Like the other day, that post we just did with the big black drum, that was a tip we got from one of the members. Right, and so that's the one thing.
Through Blair Wiggins of all people.
Yeah, who was a friend of one of our members who reached out, who mentioned us. So it's really about the network. It's about your fishing network. That was my biggest realization when I was doing tournament fishing. What got me to bump up the quickest and the most was once I started tournaments and just became friends with the other tournament anglers. All of us were in the corporate world. And there's about 4 or 5 of those teams that none of us were full-time guides, and we were competing against the full-time guides. So we just befriended each other. We would share our pre-trip plans and our prior scouting trips, and we all knew where everybody fished. And we just kind of had, okay, I'm going to do this spot first, you do that one. And sure enough, we were winning money. At least one of us was on the leaderboard every single time. It was incredibly powerful, and that was when I really started just getting better and better. So if you don't have a fishing community or a good group of anglers who are just sharing helpful tips, make sure to get one. And the club, our club is certainly one. We'd love to have you in there. But if you don't do that, just make sure to have one. Make sure to have some groups that you can just share tips, because it's a give-take. And at the end, everybody gets better.
Yep. So that's it, guys. Hope you join us. For you current members, you 22,000 members, thank you guys and gals so much. It's become family to us, and we love getting in that community every single day. I spend at least an hour a day in there now. Gotten off Facebook. Oh, I got a nice thump there. So we absolutely love it. And if you're not a member, join us. We have a 100% money back guarantee for a year. That's unheard of. And the cost comes down to just 27 cents a day. That's a whole lot less than a cup of coffee per day. And now, it used to be it was all fishing tips in the community. Once we added the discounts, now both men and women, if you got a spouse who's kind of bugging you, hey, I can't believe you spent this much on tackle, you can say, honey, I just saved a ton of money. We have members that save $700 in a year just on the tackle. And that's like off the lowest price you can find on Amazon, Bass Pro, etc. So now we can justify it every which way. Going to help you save time, because that can be tough to justify, but we know we help save time and now save money. Ultimately have more fun. And the meetups too, now that the COVID's getting a little bit better, starting to see a lot of our members meeting up and going out kayak fishing or boating together. That's been really, really cool. So I hope you'll join us all at saltstrong.com.
Yeah, and if you're on the fence for whatever reason, just know that we'll even throw in a 200% guarantee.
Oh,
so if you get in there, just use it, and you have a full year. You have a full year to make sure that you see noticeable results. And if somehow you don't, just let us know. We'll obviously refund the money you did. And if you think it's a waste of your time, we'll actually pay you back what you paid us. So we'll give you all your money back.
Oh, that's a nice one. Dude, that's a nice.
That is a nice trout. Nice work there, Joe. Look at that trout.
You're gonna love that on the closing. So that's one final reason, man, that head shake.
It was not as big as what it looked originally, but that's a solid fish.
Oh yeah, he's a hungry one.
Yeah, I thought it was over 20. That one's close.
All right, well, we'll end it right here, guys. Thank you so much for all the support, all the love. Go to saltstrong.com, join us in the club. You will not be disappointed. You will catch more fish, you will save time, you will save lots of money, and you'll meet a ton of good friends. And of course, you get to do some live coaching with us every week. We do it every single Thursday. So hope to see you in there. I'm out. Peace.
See ya.
'Cause fishing, it's in my soul.